Hi, this is Terry with Tree Marie Soapworks. Today I'm going to be showing you why I slant my rulers when I divide my bars. This soap was made in my 9-bar slab mold, and when I measure it, it's a little less than 10 inches. It's 9 and 15/16. So when I put 9 and 15/16 into the calculator, and then I divide that by 3, I get 3.3125, which is 3 and 5/16. So when I would divide this by 3, I would divide it every 3 and 5/16. So that's kind of difficult to count 3 and 5/16. The same with it going this way. It's 6.625 or 6 and 5/8 inches. Divide that by 3 and you get this number, 2.283 repeating, so it doesn't even divide equally into any fractions. So I use my slanted ruler trick to divide them equally, and I'll show you how I do that. Since I've already cut this soap, I made a piece of paper that's the same size, so I'm going to show you on this paper. Normally in my videos you see me using an architect scale, and I really like this because it has very small increments, and my favorite increment is the 1/4 inch scale. So basically what they're saying is every 1/4 inch on a drawing would equal a foot in real life. And if you're not familiar with American measurements, 1/4 of an inch is roughly equal to 7 millimeters. So every number on this 1/4 inch scale equals a whole number. So 1/4 of an inch is 1, and then 1/2 an inch is 2, and so on. So this paper is 40 long. So I need a number that's divisible by 3 so I can divide this equally by 3. So I pick 42. And 42 divided by 3 is 14, so I make a mark every 14. So I mark at the 14 and then the 28, and I have an equal division of 3. Since most of you don't have architect scales, you can use another ruler. Here we have inches, and you can see that this is not going to work because you would either use a 9 or a 12, and a 12 is too long and 9 is too short to get your divisions by 3. So we will use centimeters. And this centimeter ruler isn't ideal because it's very hard to tell where the edge of the ruler is where the mark goes down. That's why I like my architect scale. It has little grooves, and those little grooves go down to the edge of the paper, but we'll do the best we can for this. Okay, so on our centimeters ruler, we need to find a measurement that is divisible by 3, that is bigger than the width of the paper. So our paper is 25 centimeters. So we need to use the next number up that's divisible by 3, which is 27. So we take 27 divided by 3 and we get 9. So we make a mark every 9 centimeters. So 9 and then 18, and that'll be your equal divisions of 3. And you can slide your ruler down and measure it again just to get another reference point, or you can slant your ruler the other way and do it again, and then you'll have 2 points to connect. And if you're using it for soap, of course you would use a knife to cut it, but since I'm using this cutter, I only need 1 reference point. And you can see how accurate this is. Okay, now let's get the other measurement. And we are also dividing this side by 3. So just to let you know though, you can use any measurement. If you're dividing this by 2 or if you're dividing it by 7, you just need to get a number that's divisible by those numbers and just divide it up. So in this case we're using 18, so 18 divided by 3 is 6, and so we mark every 6. So we mark on the 6 and the 12. And then I'm going to cut this up the same way and show you how accurate this is. And here we have it, 9 equal bars. Now let's say we want to divide this same size of mold into 4 bars one way and 4 the other way. So we need to find a number that's divisible by 4. So in this case, on the long way, I would use 28, and I would take the ruler and put a 0 on one end and the 28 on the other, and I would take 28 divided by 4 and I would get 7. So I'd mark every 7. So the same thing with the other side. I would find a number that's divisible by 4 that's a little bit bigger than the length that I'm measuring. So in this case it would be a 20, so I would divide 20 by 4 and I would get 5, and I would make a mark every 5. So that's just an easy way to make divisions very quickly and very easily. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, just please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, just subscribe and hit the bell for notifications and share if you would like. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.